we've made some somewhat seasonal changes in our schedule. So I'm just going to show you what we've done. Well, the first thing that's evident is the fact that we don't spend much time in the garden these days. But it is amazing to me how productive our garden is, even in these months where we haven't really done anything. You know, we haven't watered it, we haven't weeded it because all the weeds are dead. And still our cruciferous vegetables, or the broccoli, I can't think, cabbage, Brussels sprouts, they're all doing great. And you know, still providing food for us. We're still eating fresh from the garden all the time, every meal practically. And it's just exciting to have this garden. This is the first time we've had a productive fall garden. We didn't plant anything this fall, you know, from seed, and we kind of fell behind on that. We wanted to plant maybe another crop of spinach, things like that, but we do have a short growing season here, so it's there aren't a lot of things that we can plant. Carrots are still, you know, little, but still, oops, I tried to pull it and that's all I ended up with. The ground is too hard because we haven't, I just can't get it right now. I'll come back out with a shovel in a minute, but we just haven't watered it at all, so the ground is quite hard, but it's still moist enough to retain the nice juiciness and the great flavor of those carrots. Also the beets, you can see the tops are all dead, but down below we have so many beets, so much food. Here's more broccoli. You know, a lot of it's wilted, but a lot of it is just nice and fresh, crisp, delicious, sweet. Amazingly, even the strawberries with no water and no care whatsoever are even surviving in this cold climate that we have. The walking onions and bunching onions are looking fantastic. We'll just kind of use them if we need to, but the preference is to keep them where they are, so that, well, here are the bunching onions actually, you know, so they continue to grow and bunch together, and we'll soon have nothing but walking onions and bunching onions. Then we don't have to be so careful about picking the small crop that we have currently. So anyway, so that's our garden. Exciting. There's our kale over there. Looks wonderful. The elephant in the room, or the elephant on the property, is the house itself, and the fact that we haven't stuccoed. It doesn't look like we'll probably be able to do that. But I keep on holding out hope. You know, I want to stucco it. I think that would make the biggest difference visually on a property, at least from the road. Not that we're trying to impress our neighbors, but we would like to at least show them that we are continually making progress on the house and not just making an eyesore in the neighborhood. Luckily, it's not a densely populated neighborhood, so probably most people won't even see it. Here's the pond. It is bigger and more full now. You know, the groundwater is naturally seeping in and seeking its own level. Pretty cool that we always have plenty of groundwater. Buttercup has been eating the grass out in the fields. You know, that's what they're for. Unfortunately, I didn't manage things very well. Oops, sorry. You can see where I actually took the regular lawnmower, because we don't have a riding mower or any kind of better machine for that. Also, I still don't have a great scythe. It doesn't work at all for dry grass like this, which is basically good for nothing but straw anyway. But at this time of year, last year, we still had plenty of green grass, similar to what you see down here, where I mowed it in the summer with lawnmower, and that allowed fresh green grass to come up. You can see that I scythed, you know, these two sections here, and they've kind of come up green. But I just rotated Buttercup off of those, so she doesn't have any green grass left. So we're actually about a month and a half, maybe 2 months behind on the amount of feed that we provided for Buttercup this year compared to last year. Kind of sad, but you know, we learned something. We definitely learned that grass wants to and needs to be cut. Sorry for the wind. As you can see, the backhoe is gone. We brought it over to a neighbor's house, or I did, to perform a little task for him. And don't know if you can see it. There's the top of it over there, my neighbor's house. We luckily were able to get his little trench dug, but there the backhoe rests for now. It won't be its final resting place, but Eric, the owner, my other friend, won't be able to get to it for a while, and that's fine. But it needs some kind of major repairs to the seals in the hydraulic hoses, or hydraulic rams, and that won't be a project that gets done anytime soon. So there it sits, and thereupon stays in that state for now. Ladders, wood, scraps. Did I say scraps? I meant valuable resources, and some true scraps. More ladders, which reach more ladders. So the big project that I've been trying to really get under wraps and finalize is just putting all this insulation on the gable ends of the house. And it's a slow process because I've come to the point where I now have had to the boys are just coming in from feeding their animals this morning. Love it. So I'm just trying to, I've had to take insulation off other parts of the house that I've deemed not as important to insulate with this really expensive, nice stuff. It's polyiso, it's R7 per inch. And I want to utilize it in places where it's, first of all, going to match what I already have and going to, you know, do the most for the house. Oh wow, so beautiful. I need more of those trees around here. Hey Floppy Chin. That's the name Everett gave to our tom turkey. And Buttercup. I just milked her. And we're only getting about, well, a quart and a half of milk per day, and that's about how it's been for the past month. Well, actually it's been going down drastically. So we're thinking and we're hoping beyond hope that she is pregnant. We think she is. We haven't noticed any signs of heat from her for the past 7 or 8 months. We think that she's due a little bit before Christmas time. I'd love to have it be earlier because I don't know if I can handle not being with fresh, whole, raw milk. There's no replacement. There's no way to replace it in this area. We've been collecting wood like we always do. Wood is a valuable resource that we can do a lot of things with. I was trying to make a little fence out here, which would have been cool, but too many other projects going on right now to worry about a fence for winter time. You know, if anything, I think I'll be using them to make a permanent, safe chicken coop slash duck slash turkey coop. Maybe also for the rabbits. Maybe also for the cow. I don't know. You know, a lot of things that need to happen. A lot of things that aren't going to happen. That's the way it happens on a real, live, working homestead where we've taken off more than we can really chew. By the way, we've never really mentioned it because we've had such rotten luck with chicks this year. You know, we've had a lot of clutches of eggs that hens have been sitting on, but this is the only brood that has actually survived past the egg stage or extreme infancy. So we're excited that this has been a good mother. Hey Buttercup. And you know, that her chicks have survived. We're more than set up for winter. A neighbor had this coal on his property before he purchased the property and built his house, and it was just sitting out there. It's a lot of coal. And our rocket mass heater, I've adjusted it to be able to burn coal. You know, it feeds fresh air from the bottom, and so it burns coal greatly. Or greatly? That's not the right way to say it. Anyway, it burns coal, and so we're grateful that he wanted to get rid of it. It was almost a favor. You know, it was a favor to us, certainly, but I think it was nice for him to get rid of it too. It was kind of considered an eyesore, and now it's our eyesore, but it's useful.
Yeah, well, at least we can go through every single one.
Yeah.
A few days ago, you put it in the other doorknob.
Yeah.
Tomorrow's Halloween.
No.
You excited?
Today is Halloween.
What?
Go to get posted on Halloween.
Oh yeah. Tomorrow's Halloween, which is when this will be posted. So yay, today's Halloween.
Hooray! Yeah.
Happy Halloween. Have a nice trick or treat.
So I've been working on this little pile, which is actually a big pile that used to be bigger. Lots of piles of stuff everywhere. Just been chopping the big pieces of wood down. It looks like black walnut on the inside. Regardless of what it is, it's definitely a hardwood.
Look what I found. Can I have this?
Yeah, you can have it.
Yeah.
A broken toy shovel. So I've been working on cutting up this stuff with a chainsaw and then chopping it. Basically just getting ready for winter, you know, so I don't have to work as hard while it is very, very cold outside. Here's one of those nice pieces of wood. Actually, that might be birch, like Baltic birch.
What, Dad?
I'd like to think that I'm this very talented wood identifier just by the smell. I've actually been always good at smelling. It looked like walnut until I smelled it. Now I think it's birch. Anyway, I think it'll burn well. And we're definitely building up a nice supply of wood in the woodshed. I think we'll be just fine. There's a little bit of coal too. We decided that we wouldn't let the kids basically do their favorite things until 3 o'clock each day. We're trying something new. The boys love Legos, and I love Legos too. They're a great toy, and they're a creative toy. I think helps spur their imagination. However, anything that's done too much can turn into a stumbling block. Let's put it that way. So we've told Lizzy that she can't read until 3. This is a girl that would read for 16 hours a day if we let her. And we've told the boys that they can't play Legos until 3 o'clock. So basically, we're just helping them be a little bit more rounded. They're very good kids, very, very good kids. So proud of them all. But we're just trying to help them, you know, trying to help them enjoy life a little bit more. And kids need limitations, even on a homestead. And they're doing a great job already. They're rediscovering all the fun things they can do around here. Amy left her dress out here after playing in the leaves. Here's kind of a fun new project that I've taken on, only because I found a great deal on some wood. These were at a Habitat for Humanity, you know, basically a recycling store. They're 1x12s, and I have 2 stacks of them. Here's one, and here's the other pile in my art studio. I need more shelves in my studio, and we need more shelves in our house. So I'm going to work on fixing that problem. It's a major problem for us. Everything is kind of just everywhere, and we're always kind of having to invent or find a new space for everything. So the more shelves, the more closets, the more cubby holes we have, the better. I really want to take the time to make really awesome, like, furniture quality things, but really we just need something utilitarian to get us by, and I can work on furniture quality later. So I'll do that. I'm getting ready for and falling behind on art shows. I have rededicated myself to my career just over the weekend after talking with a fellow artist locally. So I am going to be spending more time doing art. This is just one that I've started and then painted over and restarted, and I actually like how it's going. And this is really just the block hen. But I am tempted to almost leave it. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe I'll work on another one for a while. What do you think?
Yes.
So that brings me to my next point, which is kind of, it's a very non-announcement announcement. We are again going to try to cut back on our YouTube videos. We're not going to do daily things unless there's something specific that we want to preserve for ourselves, our future selves, and our children to see. Something really cool about ourselves. And we think that that will actually improve the quality of our channel. We hope so. And so don't look for us every single day, although we might surprise you and do it every day just like normal, if there's something awesome that we want to share with you. I can foresee it happening every day. But we're giving ourselves an out. We don't have the time to do it every day. You wouldn't believe how much money I have foregone because of YouTube, because I've essentially put my career, which is this, on hold to do this, to do editing videos for YouTube. I love it, it's very creative, it's a lot of fun, and we're so glad that we have so many videos to share with you guys and to share with our future selves, like I mentioned. We like documenting our lives because a lot changes from day to day. But yeah, anyway, that's where I'm going to leave it. Thanks so much for joining us. Go ahead and watch our old videos, especially last week's. They're some of the best videos we've ever put out. So much fun. If you haven't seen them, you've missed out. Please spread the word. We need more watchers to make this a viable thing for us. And the more watchers we have, maybe we'll do it more often on purpose. But yeah, we'll see you tomorrow maybe a day or two from now. But we will see you soon. That's a promise. We won't leave you hanging. And we'll see you then. Okay, bye-bye.